The Patreon folks have spoken in the most recent round of Mega Vote-a-thon Extravaganza Smorgasbord, and they have spoken of Bruce Springsteen Blinded by the Light. This one was an adventure. I'm very excited to share it with you, but before I do, I would like to reserve just a quick moment to thank the following people for signing up for the Patreon supporter of the Cause Club: Aaron Tunison, Tyler Marshall, Bill Burton, and James Flanagan. Thank you very, very, very much for your support. And if you would like to find out what that's all about, the link, of course, will be in the description. Here's the situation. In the studio album version of this song, the guitar is mostly on the top 3 strings. And while that's all well and good if you're in a band, what we want to do here is make a standalone version for one person with one guitar. So what I've done is taken the wisdom of Bruce Springsteen from his VH1 Storytellers version, where he's solo acoustic, but a little loosey-goosey with the song structure, and I've locked it down to the song structure of the studio album and added a little bit of my own flair. I hope you like it. To that end, we are going to tune our guitars to open E. Now, without a capo, that involves tuning some of your strings up, which I don't like to do. So what I like to do, here's the cheat for open E, is put your capo on the 2nd fret, and now we're going to have to tune some strings down and none of them up. Your E string from standard tuning with capo 2 will be F sharp, and we're going to tune it down to E. Your A string will be B, and that's what we want. Your D string will be E, and that's what we want. Your G string now will be A, and we want to tune it down 1 note to G sharp. Your B string is going to say C sharp, and we want to tune it down to B. And similarly, your E string is going to say F sharp, and we want to tune it down to E. What you're left with is a big, beautiful, open E chord. Last thing I promise. In said VH1 Storytellers video, he's actually in open E flat, so you could put capo 1 and play along. Also, I'm going to be calling out some chord names, so if you want to stay in standard tuning and play those chords, you go right ahead. I think you'll find that it's not quite as cool. For the Tinkly intro, we're going to grab, I'm going to call this the 14th fret, even though it's the 12th fret relative to the capo, because math, right? So 14 on E and B. What you're going to do is strum just those 2 and hammer onto the B string 2 frets higher and pull it off. Then you're going to go down to the 9th fret, same deal, down to the 7th fret, and then it's going to become 6, 7, and then 2s. Hypocrite there, I said 2, I meant 4, whatever, to open. So, then what he does is grabs 5, 6, and he jailhouse rocks it. He goes, and just kind of strums away. You could go farther, or stay there. But that's your intro. The verse starts with E, so doesn't get any easier than that. Ferguson loves Bruce Springsteen. Then F sharp minor 7, which is going to be G1, A2. To get to A, all we need is to add a finger to the B string 2nd fret, back to E, so sharp minor 7, A, back to E. That's the verse, over and over and over again, and if you want to be a little fancier about it, you can hammer on to the F sharp minor 7, then A, and you can step back to the E if you want. And you can treat that F sharp minor 7 as like fanciness to the E. So if we add that to the last one, repeat, right? There you go. Verse. The chorus starts with our F sharp minor 7, and then we're going to move this shape up 2 frets. We're going to call this G sharp minor. That's not exactly right, but for our purposes, that's okay. F sharp minor 7, G sharp minor, E. 2 times. The 3rd time, however, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, C sharp minor, which is just A2, B2, and then... Now I'm going to make a distinction here that's not exactly correct, but it's fine for talking about it. We've been calling this F sharp minor 7, and it is, and what I want to do is add an F sharp to the base of our F sharp minor 7, which makes it quite a bit more F sharpy with this root in the bass. So we're going to call this F sharp minor just to call it something different, even though it's still an F sharp minor 7. This makes it a bit more landy, so to speak, and this is the She Got Down line. We're going to play 2 measures of this. To A, down to E, and the epilogue, the addendum to each chorus is going to be 1 measure of F sharp minor 7, a 1-beat rest, and then a big C sharp minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, C sharp minor. That's your chorus. Now we've made it to the bridge. Some Silicone Sister starts with B, a chord we haven't encountered yet. We're going to play it like this. E string, 9th actual fret, 7th fret relative to the capo, and G string, same fret. 2 measures. Now, since we're here, the next chord is A. I'm going to play it like that. Then E, over and over again. B, A, E is your bridge. The outro is simply A and E. You could play A here, or A like we just did. I think this one sounds more A-E, again, because of that A root in the bass. And you can mix it up. You can be fancy and however you want to play A and E. Would you like to add some tasty noodles in there? Let's talk scales. Here's the E major scale in open E tuning. We're going to go, starting on this G sharp note, 4, 2, 0, 4, 2, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 4, 2, 0, 5, 4, 2, 0. So for instance, you can use any of those notes in any order anytime you feel like you have time. So for instance, in the chorus, here's what occurs to me. Or anything you care to come up with. Let's bluesify that scale for extra flavor. You can use those interchangeably, but here's our new one. 3, 2, open, 3, 2, open, 1, 3, 2, open, 3, 2, open, 5, 3, 2, open. For instance, I'm going to go back to the intro where he's jailhouse rocking it, and I'm going to take all the ones that are 3, 2, 0, and I'm going to add that little theme in there. Well, you know what they say. If you enjoyed that half as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you, then I enjoyed it 2 times more. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.